Jtwes Monday Night Live special Tuesday edition because we were on the road yesterday. I appreciate everybody being in here. I hope that the folks down in South Carolina, and of course, towards our mountains and stuff, hope y'all doing okay. I know it's rough.
Yeah.
Golly, it's rough.
Georgia, too.
Yeah, Georgia. Talked to Nick about that. But just thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are back, and I'm looking over here at Leno's iPad to see when the commercials are over or when it starts.
Well, remember, this is a little slow.
Yeah, well, it's doing a little circle now, so hopefully it's doing something.
So, got Mark Young on.
Hey, Mark. Mark's in here, and a bunch of guys in here talking.
Yeah, good greetings, everyone. Hope everyone's made it safely through Hurricane Helene.
Yes, and we're still playing catch up. That's why we was a little bit late. Leno was trying to prepare lunch for this week, and for me, for my lunch this week, and then I was doing some bill paying and just bill paying. Goodness gracious.
Brian is on, Farm Boy 59.
Hey, Brian, I got to call you.
Jason McDonald's on.
Hey, Jason, how are you, bud?
Nice tractors.
Thank you, sir. That picture of that 140, I picked it out this morning. I was just trying to find a different picture. And that's about, golly, that picture's about 4, 5, 6 years old.
Nick Blanton is on.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad you are safe.
Yeah, he says, good evening. Glad I made it tonight. It's been rough the past few days.
Oh, I bet it has been.
Yeah, it has been rough.
I hope some of your stores are coming back online where you don't have to be traveling.
Stan is on. Says, hi, hey, Jones family. Thanks for confirmation. Always challenging, but especially so this evening. I'm pleased your acreage was spared the destruction from the hurricane.
It was. And I'd say, from Burlington East, I can't speak for Burlington West or Mebane West or Mebane East. I don't think it was just, a couple inches of rain, maybe just a little bit of wind. I mean, I don't think it was absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah, it was no worse than any thunderstorm that we get.
But
well, I say that, but down the road, we have the tornado.
Yeah, we did have a few tornadoes spawn off,
Yeah.
one in my community, actually. But I don't think there was no damage, right? Just trees.
That's what I understand.
Yeah.
And then there was one in Yanceyville, too, that was even bigger. And it did a little bit of damage, but not, didn't hurt anyone.
Yeah. That was a little odd because I hadn't seen that in years and years and years and years.
There's a lot of odd things going on right now, not just with weather.
Yeah.
I try not to get discouraged or down, but it seems like even when you don't watch the news, everyone's talking about it, so you know what's going on, which it is good to know what's going on, but it just seems like we got wars, you got strikes, you got people fighting. I mean, just people acting terrible over, not having what they need for, during the hurricane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been crazy.
Well, the hurricane thing, to me, just seems like, I don't know. I don't know how quickly they're getting stuff in there, but man, I would have got a couple of good old boys with some track hose and we'd have made us a road.
Well, they've got some down there already.
Well, I know, but have they fixed something where they can get into the town?
Yes, they could get into Asheville right now.
Okay.
And
I mean, I don't care if you have to dump 100 loads of crush and run in a hole.
Right. Yeah, no,
but
they can.
Make it happen.
And I know one footage I saw, there's the raging river is just plowing down everything, and then there's caskets floating in it.
Yeah.
From probably people.
But all that water's done gone back down to nothing, ain't it?
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, it's just left a trail of muddy wood and debris.
I guess I was worried that when it come time to trying to get in there to them, that, you got all the environmental stuff and don't let this get in the creek, put a silk fence up, all this stuff they have to do when they do construction. That's why I was saying they need to cut all that red tape and put 100 loads of crush and run in a hole so they can get over it and go.
The Cajun Navy brought a bunch of trailers with mules, and they're making their way
I seen
on
where
the mules. I mean, you know, because that works.
I seen where Florida is sending. I don't know how much feet of temporary bridge. Florida. I'm like, what happened to the military's temporary bridges? But Florida's sending a bunch of temporary bridges.
Yeah, a lot of churches and businesses here, and even the school, Sam's school, is taking up stuff to send there.
Yeah.
You know, I just wish they could have already had what they needed because it's been a handful of days now. But hopefully they're doing okay with what they got. If they've made it alive, then
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be able to hold on a couple more days. Paul Ford is on.
Hey, Paul.
Says, good evening. Sad plow day had to be rescheduled. Hopefully the weather and ground conditions will be perfect.
Yes, I think it's going to be a whole lot better for it. It rained today, and now that Paul brought that up, we're going to do October the 26th, which is about the last Saturday of the month, probably, close to it.
Yeah, it is.
October the 26th is when plow day is, and I think it obviously is going to be a whole lot better deal. My buddy Sam called me today. I mean, it is supposed to be sunny the rest of the week, but today's Tuesday. You couldn't even drive a tractor across of it Saturday probably, even if it is sunny the rest of the week. But it'd give us time to get it together right, cut it right, roll it, and I want it right. I didn't want the tractors to be going across a bunch of fresh cut dirt, and I want it kind of, neat and pretty.
Welch Farm is on.
Hey, Welch Farm.
And T. Hawkins.
T. Hawkins.
And Martha is on. Well, it says, good evening, Joey and Martha here. It says Joey and Martha Neal.
Joey and Martha Neal. That's right. And we're still, Joe, I'll talk to you later on. We'll get together Saturday.
Yeah, because they are still planning their trip.
Yeah.
So we'd like to, maybe we can meet in Mebane or something.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely meet up with them.
We'll figure it out.
Paul is on.
Hey, Paul.
Says good evening from Mount Jackson, Virginia.
Paul, I'm about half ill with y'all truckers. Don't be talking to me tonight.
Man, yesterday.
I just don't understand why these truckers get over in the other lane on a 2-lane highway, and it takes them 9 miles to pass the truck that they're trying to pass.
Right.
Because they're literally both the same speed.
Yeah, and I feel like, are they just messing with us? Like, they're just going to say, hey, let's hold up traffic.
Yeah, let's just hold up traffic.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do they do that?
J. Pill is on.
Hey, J. Pill.
Good evening, all. Hope everyone's okay.
We're good, J. Pill. We're good.
Janice is on.
Hey, Janice.
Timbo is on.
Hey, Timbo.
IP Farms.
IP Farm is Nelson.
Nelson says hello, Joey and the missus.
Nelson done planted some orchard grass, I believe.
Elliot Lindsay.
Hey, Elliot.
And Roger's on too.
Hey, Roger.
Kevin Wallace.
That's a good thing. Yeah, Kevin. That's right.
Hold on. Martin Farm says, good evening, Jtwes family. Hope y'all are good from the hurricane. It was very scary that night. We had a tornado, but God spared us damage to our home. Just one building down, 70 hours without power.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people. Nick was out of power for a pretty good while where he was at.
Martin Farm says, thankful for our linemen. God bless them and their families. Yeah, we passed one hotel last night. And it was probably about 11.
That was in Virginia, though.
Yeah, it was about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the whole parking lot was, what do you call those trucks? Bucket trucks.
Yeah.
I mean, they took the whole place. And I said, imagine them preparing for breakfast in the morning. If you go to a hotel that has free breakfast, they're like, oh, let's go get some extra eggs, extra bacon.
How many we got in here?
71.
Okay. It'd be a good time for me to see it. So, guys, I guess it's Saturday a week ago.
Yeah, a week from Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday a week ago, guys, we lost a real...
Well, he had his...
Well, yeah. So you guys heard me talk about Nikki and Allison, and you've seen them on the live stream here. And they're the one that does my hats and my shirts. And we met them really just meshed right off, and a lot of times, you know, you don't have that a lot of times, but we just meshed right, just great friends. And our friendship went way beyond just hats and stuff. I mean, because you guys heard me say it 100 times, I don't care about, I mean, I care, but I want I want Allison and Nikki to be successful in the hats and T-shirts, because there's a business. They got a lot of YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki had a heart attack Saturday a week ago, and it was a pretty hard one. And, you know, just fighting through all week, he went to be with the Lord Thursday night. And so we picked up early Sunday morning and went to Nikki and Allison's to the funeral and the viewing. The viewing was Sunday and the funeral was Monday, and that's what we were doing, was driving back from Tennessee last night. So I just wanted to mention that, but I wanted to also mention that if you guys had ever thought about buying something of mine and you want to help Nikki or Allison and them out, from now, October 1st to the end of the year, anything you buy, she always gives me a little small percentage of it. 100% of it goes to her. So y'all, if you want to help her out or something, buy something from her, a hat, T-shirt, a cup, a mug, or whatever, 100% of it from now to the end of the year is going to her. And you guys may not realize it, but she has about 4 or 5 YouTube channels that she does hats and T-shirts for. And Kelly Griggs with Griggs Farm, she's going to do the same thing with her merchandise, and I think probably others will follow too. But it'll give her something good to do, keep her busy.
Mm-hmm. And Allison has always said, God put her on this earth to be a creator.
Yeah.
And she really is. She's so, she's a good businesswoman, but she's also very creative.
Yeah.
Like she can think up something, really easy. And she just likes being a blessing to others, and I'm sure that won't change. Of course, she's going to need time. And so if you do order something, be sure to give it plenty of time before it comes.
Yeah.
Because she needs time.
She probably won't turn it around super fast, but just, and what I meant by when I said I don't care, it's just like right now, I don't care that I make money off of it. I like having the hats. I like being able to offer that, but it's never been about a money thing to me anyway. It's always been about them being successful, them growing in their business, and
Yeah, and so if they want to go to it's the Farm Merch Bin.
Farm Merch Bin, there's always a link in every description of my videos. When you hit more info, watching the video, and you hit more info, there's always a link to the Farm Merch Bin, to different things that we've talked about on the channel. A lot of times during the video, I have little pop-ups come up, and you can click them. So it's just real easy to get to, guys. It's super easy to get to.
Well, and the funeral was beautiful.
It was very beautiful.
And, Nicky was a wonderful Christian man, and he would want us to mention about salvation and about, are you sure you know where you're going when you pass away? And so, if any of our people out there, don't matter if you've never talked to us before or commented, please send an email, or, we'll be glad to call you. Just send an email with, your phone number, and just say you're struggling with whatever, and we'll be glad to, Joe will give you a call, or we'll call you together if you want, but just, it's good. It's nice to know that when our loved ones do pass, if they know Jesus and, they've decided to be a follower of Christ, there's comfort in that.
Yeah, that's
great comfort in that.
It's you're praying for healing. You're not really having to pray for anything else there.
Yeah.
But
and he was healed. He just wasn't healed here.
Yeah.
And in the Bible, it does say, his thoughts are not our thoughts. We don't understand God's plan all the time. And Joey said it really good the other day. He said that you never know what's God's plan is when you're looking in the future, but you always know what it is when you look in the past.
Yeah, you can
It's
see it when
clear.
you're looking behind you, but just,
His plan is clear when you've looked behind you.
Yeah.
But you don't always feel that clear when it's ahead of you.
Yeah.
And you know, the Bible does say, what does it say? I'm forgetting it, but it says precious to the Lord.
precious in the sight of the Lord are the
Or
death of his saints.
Yeah, and so we know Nikki
Yeah.
was precious to the Lord. All right, let me get back over here to you guys. I'm sorry, we just had to discuss that.
Yeah, I just wanted to
It's very important.
tell you guys, I mean, we're, you know, it's good time to order something. Good, you know, help Allison out. And,
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, and I'm not trying to paint a picture, guys, where I just thought it would be something that would help her out.
And we just love her.
Yeah.
We love her. And she texted me this morning. She's, of course, having good days, or good hours, bad hours, but, you know, that's to be expected. And she's just a great, wonderful person. I know she'll be okay eventually, but, you know, of course, she just needs time. And, you know, it's healthy to grieve and healthy to
Yeah,
have
I told Lena,
up and downs.
I told Lena I'm going to have to retire this hat from field work.
Yeah.
This is going to be a Sunday going to town hat because, and I have it on a video where we went up there. Nikki helped me make this hat right here.
Yeah, he showed Joey how to use the machine and
Yeah.
everything because, you know, of course, Joey needs help with that kind of stuff. And Nikki just did it like, you know, he's done a million of them.
He cleaned that patch off and stuff too.
Yeah, yeah. So it was good to see them, even though we didn't get to spend a lot of time because we had to get back here to get, you know, back to work. But we wanted to make sure Allison knew, you know, we were there for her. Let's see where I was at.
So hopefully we'll have some videos by maybe Friday. We get back going on that, you know, because we did have revival the week before during this time, and so I didn't get to film nothing in revival, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying and then we went to Tennessee, and so we'll get back on the register. But it's been raining anyway. It's not a whole lot I could have done.
Right, even if we didn't.
But Lena cooked a nice pear cobbler.
I made my first pear cobbler.
Yeah.
Roger's the one who brought it up, so I was like, I never tried a pear, but
That was good.
yeah, everybody seemed to like it.
But I got to change the oil in the tractor. I got things to do at the Plow Day field, and that should be fun there. If we can ever get in the ground, that'll be some great videos for you guys to see. Sam's been. Hold on, we hadn't lost the stream, have we?
I don't know. It's just black. Let me go down here, see if anybody can see us.
Go to the very bottom. Anybody say anything?
No, not yet. Can you guys still hear us?
Oh yeah, they're still here. Where were you at, Johnny? Yeah, here he
Yeah,
is.
Johnny.
Right there.
Okay.
That's just that.
Yeah, that little
20
tablet. I didn't want
25 years.
to use that tablet, but Joey was forcing
I just
me
thought
to.
it would be bigger for her.
Orbra's on.
Hey, Orbra.
Good evening, Jtwes.
Man, we done rode by your town 1, 2, 3, 4 times this year.
And Avery's on.
Hey, Avery.
He says, "Hey, Joey and Lino, do you know why my one bottom fast hitch plow won't go in the ground very deep? Can you please explain how to set a fast hitch one bottom plow?"
Probably not on here, Avery. I do have a plow. I'll see, Avery, if I can find the link to the video where I talk about using float and the center link and a couple other things. I'll see if I can find that video for you. I know I have one on the 2 bottom, and you can apply those principles to the 1 bottom for the most part. Maybe not the position of it, but...
They can hear us, but they can't see us.
Oh, they can hear us but not see us. I wonder if somebody... No, because I got it on... what you call it? I don't know. Let me see.
See if you can check your phone.
Yeah, it's can they still hear us, I guess?
Yeah, just
Yeah, it's saying live there.
well, they may just have to listen to our voices.
All right, it's come back on. It's
Use your
here.
imagination.
It's here now. I can see you. It should come back.
Okay.
Did it come back?
No, not yet. But it'll probably be a little delay from on here.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's back now.
Yep. Golly.
Sometimes I do wonder, I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
You sound like a conspiracy theorist.
But, you get talking about the Lord of salvation
and how the live stream starts messing up. Yeah, I mean, we generally don't ever have problems with this thing, ever.
Me either. So, Avery, what
Avery,
were you
I'll see
saying
if I can find that video for you.
Yeah, he'll see if he can find the video of that explanation that you need. John Briggs is on.
Hey, John Briggs.
Hey, guys. Glad to see y'all made it back home safe.
This happens to Danny a lot. But now Danny's using Starlink.
Right.
He's using Starlink, and we got fiber. Mm-hmm. So, but it does happen to him quite a bit.
Paul says it's a pet peeve of mine, too. One company will govern the trucks at 65, another will do 66, and another will do 67. So, yeah, and I didn't think about that. But some of them, they make up for that going downhill.
They're also using the weight, and they're probably knocking that thing out of gear or something, and getting all they can get going down the hill. And but if they don't catch it right, man, it stops traffic up 30 deep. And
then one point last night, I don't know if everybody left the rest stop at once.
Oh, my Lord.
But we had to pass like 30 trucks, like weaving our way and working around all these trucks to finally break free of that gaggle of what you call of trucks.
That was on 77, and we had just crossed back into North Carolina. No, it was still in Virginia. We had just split off of 81 on the 77 to go back into North Carolina.
Okay. Orber says they're out of power here from Friday morning till Monday afternoon.
Good gracious. I guess you got power now, Orber, hopefully?
Yeah, Monday afternoon, so that's yesterday.
Yeah, I got like 15 gallons of gas. I need to see if I can keep about 20 to 25 on hand, especially with this winter coming up.
Avery says, we got our bus ride extended because there was so many floods. Yeah.
He's up in Virginia, ain't he?
Yeah, and that is very dangerous. That's my nightmare, is school buses being out in a flash flood. They actually closed the boys' school. When was that?
That Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Sam did not go to school, which I'm really glad, because there was a lot of trees. Like, I get alerts from the county of when there's accidents or road issues, and it kept going off all day Friday about tree down here, tree down there. So having a new driver, I was really grateful that the school did say, let's just stay home Friday and work on your Chromebooks instead, like the remote, how they did during COVID. Because now we got the internet for it. Let them do it. And Farmall Eric says, sorry to hear. And Avery said, sorry about y'all's loss.
Yeah.
And Adam May says, to be absent from the bodies, to be present with the Lord.
Yeah.
Closed his eyes, ears, and opened them, looking at the eyes of him who saved us.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you, Adam. Dunlap is on giving us a thumbs up.
Hey, Dunlap.
And, or he's saying, you all do a thumbs up. I think he said that before, too. Let me see. We're back to the can't hear, can see you, but that's old.
Okay, yeah.
Lathman is on.
Lathman.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're called up
Yeah.
now.
Sure.
Good.
Glad you guys didn't get wiped out by the flooding. Us too. I did have a coworker who, since we work remote now, we can work anywhere we want. She had moved to the mountains of North Carolina. And so I checked her today, and she had been like offline since Wednesday. So I sent her boss a message saying, hey, have you heard from her? And she's fine. She's
She just didn't have no power or something?
No, she's here. She's back here. She was out for another reason.
Oh.
It just happened to be a coincidence. But I was worried that, like, has anybody heard from her? Because a lot of people can't communicate yet. You also have a cousin who lives up there, too, Pam's sister.
Yeah,
Her
Kim.
I think Pam posted that she was able to get him out for her, and they're okay, too. So luckily, all our folks who we know up there are accounted for, and they're good.
Yeah, I also seen in the mountains, and it's something I keep up with, guys, because I'm kind of, being used to work in the satellite TV industry, I keep up with stuff like this. But I just thought it was ironic that the same government, and I'm probably going to get our internet stream interrupted again, but the same government that told Elon
We
Musk,
might as well blow it all out on
yeah,
live.
and we'll just blow it out.
Air out
The same government
everything.
that told Elon Musk that his Starlink didn't qualify for rural band internet. Why it didn't qualify, I don't know, because you can get like 60 down and or 100 down and 40 up. I mean, as good as any cable that people have hardlined into their house. But anyway, he didn't qualify for it, so they pulled his funding that they promised him. It was about $1 billion, and and here was FEMA today getting a bunch of Starlink internet dishes from SpaceX to put in the mountains so people would have communications, because you can literally have video conferences off of Starlink. It's fast enough, it's quick enough, it has a very little lag time on it. It's pretty, I call it A-tier internet. I mean, it's pretty doggone good.
Well, and yeah, I remember when I was working from home, we went from the satellite.
Yeah, we had Starlink for a while before they ran this fiber down the road. And Leno did whatever she needed to do, and
It was so much better than, what was it, HughesNet?
yeah, that's
I had
That's
to
joke
work
stuff.
off of a MiFi hotspot some days because I mean, that's all I could do was use Verizon
Yeah.
signal. But
it's just all because
Starlink was
it's
good.
all because who Elon has endorsed,
yeah, it's all political.
and it's all political. I mean, it just the same thing with his Tesla car company. He sells 5 million electric cars a year, and he wasn't invited to the electric car summit at the White House. It's just a joke. It's crazy.
Stan says, I had actually composed a meaningful paragraph, but it went the way of your blank screen. Sorry. Hi, Roger. I hope you're getting better. Yeah, and Roger is on the mend. He's doing good, and just got to take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how good men on the mend he is. I need to weld something.
Well, he can watch you weld it.
I'll weld it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can watch you, but that's it. He can tell you what to do. He can supervise.
Yeah.
Elliot Lindsay says, was planning on getting some merchandise, and this motivated me to pull the trigger. Just placed my order. So sorry for your loss, Allison. We'll be praying for you.
Yeah, and guys, there may be places, if you do order something, there may be places on there for special notes. Like, I don't know, something there's generally is a place
Like
when you
maybe you put a comment
a
or
comment
special
or note,
instructions.
and you could put something under special instructions if you wanted to.
Yeah. That would be, sweet. Yeah, Roger.
Yep. Y'all gonna have to excuse me, guys, because I was bragging about, what, a week ago?
I don't know.
I was bragging about a week ago. I said, Lena, I had a little bit of a cold, but
Oh, yeah.
I wiped it right out. Man, the day after I said that,
Yeah, the cold come
that
back.
cold come back with a vengeance in my chest. And I lost my voice.
And he's got this
And
tickle cough.
Yeah, I had a bunch of congestion in my chest, lost my voice, and I got this loud cough that aggravates her.
It's just that it's a certain high decibel. I mean, it's so loud that it hurts my ears.
And Allison wanted me to sing at Nikki's funeral, and I couldn't. And I really wanted to sing
I know.
for her, and she told me this too. It was the opportunity to sing with the Gaithers piano player. He was there. He played the piano at Nikki's funeral. I could have sung with him, but I didn't. I told her, I said, Allison, it's such a it's tickling again. It's such a beautiful funeral. I don't want people walking away saying, man, that was a beautiful funeral. But you hear that guy singing? He was awful. Because I couldn't really talk at all.
Well, at least it's just a minor cold.
Yeah.
And I did give you the test for the CO.
Oh, yeah, we went to the hoedown. You guys seen the video where we went to the Castle County hoedown. And they have the health department out there handing out bags. And I asked Lena, they said, you want a flu shot? She's like, no, I'll pass. Just give me a free bag. And so she took the free bag, and it had a C test in it, the COV test. And I was back on my computer doing some editing, and Lena said, oh, look, one of these tests was in the bag. You want it? I said, yeah, break it out. Let's see what we got.
Well, and it was a little bit good for me because I knew, we were going to be traveling, and I didn't want to.
I told you, ignorance is bliss
I
on
know,
that.
but I just didn't want to be
Ignorance is bliss.
showing up with this man who's sick and then spreading it around. So,
Yeah.
So it eased my mind a little bit. Let's see.
I'm just building up those antibodies.
Paul said, I've got a rocket worm shirt on the way. Guess postponing plow day will give it time to get here.
Yeah, well, maybe so.
And if not, I'm trying to think, do y'all have a large one? I don't know what size Paul is. I know y'all have one.
It's got all kinds of sizes.
I know, but in case it don't get here by then.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't have any.
Okay. I think one of the boys does, but
Can you believe I don't have a rocket worm shirt?
I know.
Which I don't wear T-shirts that much.
Because I think we got some medium ones for the boy or for Will.
Yeah.
But.
Well, we got that medium one for our duck buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wears it proudly. But yeah, Paul, we'll see. We'll see if I'll see if maybe one of the boys has one, or I'll see what size it is. Lathman says 500 MBS here in Tacoma, Washington.
500 what?
Megabits per second.
Yeah, that's what I'm
500.
saying. But he don't qualify for rural band funding. He can stick a dish up in the middle of nowhere, and you can have a video conference.
Avery says we've gotten 3 1/4 inches of rain today, and just got the good news that we get a 2-hour delay and possibly a day off tomorrow. Avery, I hope you get that day off.
You'll have to do remote learning.
Yeah. Ricky Eads is on.
Hey, Ricky, that sounds a new name.
Yeah, it says I thank God for
Eads?
Eads.
Eads.
EADS. I thank God for his hedge of protection on y'all. May God bless you. Thank you,
Yes.
Ricky. Yeah, because I prayed for that trip and just driving in general, and
Well, I have found out from the Bible there is a such thing as called a hedge of protection. And the reason why we know that is because the devil told God, well, I can't touch him because you got a hedge around him and all that he's got.
Yeah.
So that tells you that
Oh, I forgot Chicken Mama.
he will put a hedge.
With all that stuff going on. I know I seen Chicken Mama.
Chicken Mama said something?
Yeah, but it's hello from Maryland. It's not our Duck Mama.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Chicken Mama.
Hey,
I'm sorry
Chicken Mama.
I skipped you earlier. And guys, I don't ever mean it. If I skip you, I have nothing against you.
That's why we were late to the live, because Lena was chopping up chicken for me.
Yeah, I just always have something going on. And I have to stop and, abruptly of whatever crazy I'm in the middle of doing. Farmall Eric says, ended up getting a kidney stone last Tuesday. Worst pain I've ever felt. Had to call an ambulance. Thankfully got it out Friday. Feeling back to normal. My wife's surgery is Friday, so been hectic.
Eric, we've had a run of that in our church. So much so that me and the preacher's son was picking with his dad, the preacher, about splitting the church over kidney stones. We told him we was going to go start a new church because it's just been a lot of folks, and I know it's real painful because I've obviously gone to church with them, see them before and after the surgeries, and even after the surgeries, it can be pretty hectic deal there.
Janice says, Roger's going through this to test my home care ability. Timbo says, I got 671 down and 556 up right now coming out of Morganton, North Carolina. Fiber.
Ah, okay. Yeah, my internet, as far as able to handle a live stream, shouldn't be no problem because I didn't get the TV, I didn't get the phone, the cell phone, none of that. I just got straight internet, the highest they could give me, which it's usually about 976 up and 976 down. It's the same up as it is down. But of course, I did that because I'm trying to fight off a cough here. It was coming. It was coming fast.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. I upload a lot of videos, guys. As you can imagine, the upload speed is more important to me than the download speed because uploading the lives and all the videos and stuff. But anyway, I'm happy about it, and I'm very thankful for it.
Chicken Mama says vitamin D, C, zinc, and elderberry syrup to help kick the cold.
Yeah, I think I'm on the back end of it because it's certainly not as hard as the cost that had been, and it certainly is not sore as it was.
Steve Elder, no. I don't think your text came through. He said, did my text not come through? Steve Elder. I don't know if he means his message on here or did he text you?
I
It says JDNUT 58. I don't know what that means.
yeah.
So Steve, resend your message because obviously it didn't because we don't know what
Yeah,
you're
Steve, if it's going
referencing.
to, I don't know who has my phone number, who don't, but if it's going to my phone, no, it won't because I have it on a block right now, so it won't mess up the live. I have all calls blocked, all text, all calls. It's what's it called, baby? When you take your iPhone, you put it in that mode, and it just blocks everything.
Yeah, on silence.
Yeah, or something. I forget what. It's a mode on the phone where you can block everything. I don't remember what it is.
Stan says, you go, Janice, keep them on straight and narrow.
Yep.
Avery says, it'll give me a day to work on the 140. And Avery, you be careful doing stuff, okay?
Yeah, that tractor's dangerous, and be
And
careful
sometimes
with it.
what you may see your daddy do or somebody else do is even on a video. Don't mean you could quite do it yet. You need to go start these things slow. I want you to be careful.
Yeah, I don't even let Sam just have his way with it. He'd like to some days.
Yeah. No, it's not airplane mode. They're saying airplane mode.
Yeah, no, it's not
No,
that.
it's just like it says all.
Focus. Crazy. It's called focus. And focus will cut, if you put it on focus, it's like night mode, focus, it cuts off different things.
Yeah, sometimes it just says, like sometimes when you text someone, it'll say this person's they have their notification
Turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On silenced or whatever, which is fine because sometimes I think it'd be good if all of us did that for about half a day. Especially some people I know.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to constantly be, in communication. But maybe it's because I don't have a lot of people calling or texting me. So. Paul says the only fiber available in my area is Metamucil.
Yep, that's
That was
right.
us for a while. Lamont Powell says you need to drink a few tablespoons of yellow vinegar.
Oh, I don't believe I'll be jumping on no vinegar,
He said
Lamont.
he'll deal with the cough another week.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I'll just cough a couple more days. Woo. Me and vinegar don't get along good. I put a little bit in some coleslaw last week, and man, that gave me the worst heartburns. It was white vinegar. I guess I should have used apple cider.
Yeah, apple cider. I love vinegar. I love vinegar.
I wouldn't think it'd be a lot of difference between white distilled vinegar and apple cider.
Well, I would think.
But I guess it is.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably made completely different.
Probably are. One of them's probably about halfway liquor, and the other one ain't.
You might need the liquor one for this cold. Sundowner Whoop Whoop is on.
Hey, Sundowner.
Good evening, everybody. Glad to see y'all all good and not in the dark.
No, we've been pretty good on that, and most of the time we do pretty good on that because we live pretty close to a base station that, if storms come along, trees and stuff, they're going to try to get that thing up and running first. So most of the time we do pretty good.
Yeah, because with it being right down the road.
Who was texting you?
Sam. Or I was texting Sam. J. Pill says lots of colds and flu going about here, always the same after schools go back. That's exactly what it is.
Probably is.
Because even my mom had like strep throat after going back to school for a few. Sam.
Wrong door, boy.
He's banging on this one.
Well, remember Sammy, he had a cold or something a couple weeks ago, and he put his napkin down.
And then you used it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tried to tell you.
And he sit there and just watch me.
I said,
Yeah, we tried to stop you.
Well, what is
We tried to stop you. There was no stopping you.
How about, hey, Dad, that's my napkin.
Well, that's too long to say.
Right.
I mean, that's a little better than
We're sorry you couldn't
You said that
take
you do the
context
same thing
clues.
when I pick up something or that.
Oh, yeah. He learned that from you.
Yeah.
William A. says, drink a little moonshine.
Well,
Where is it?
I
Where is it?
just coughed a couple more days. Don't actually got none, will you?
Albert Bell says, checking in late.
Hey, Albert.
Everyone pray for all the restoration workers.
Yes.
Both sons are linemen working in Georgia. Glad you all were spared the worst of the storm. Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
man, good gracious. Those linemen right now, man, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
And boys are putting it out there.
Lathman says, I wish you all wasn't so far away. I'd love to bring my Farmall 140 to Plow Day.
Yeah, I wish you could. What?
Sam, come here. We got a request. Sam.
Are we?
Timbo says, Sam, do the voice.
Just for a second.
I know, I will.
What you need, boy? What you need? What you need? Is you okay?
Timbo says, do the voice. Come tell Timbo to hush
You
up.
okay?
Hush up, boy.
Hush up, boy. Get to bed.
Timbo, that was you. And he also says, get in the bed.
Oh,
in
yeah,
his
it's
voice.
8:43.
David Whitaker's on
Hey, David.
from Mississippi. Keep up the good work. Thank you for always saying God loves you. People need to hear that.
He does. Thank you.
Oh, Johnny, okay. Thomas wanted me to comment again about his loose tooth. He missed it when y'all went
Oh,
home.
you did. Thomas,
Yeah, but
I could hook a piece of string to the 140 and we could dump the clutch on the 140 and pull it out.
yeah, so Tooth Fairy will be visiting.
Yeah.
So go ahead and get it out. Yeah, because
Thomas, I had a middle son, Ellie. If that tooth was loose, it was coming out that night.
yeah, like just a little bit loose.
He would loosen it up.
Yeah, and then other boys, like I don't know if it's Will or whatever, but it would be barely hanging
Yeah,
on.
they just fall. They
They'd
couldn't
be
do it.
talking and you could see their tooth moving, and I'm like, oh, I do not do teeth. That was Joey's department.
Ellie, no, that boy, that tooth coming out that night, because he was gonna get some of that money.
Sundowner says, Farmer Eric, get you some corn silk and start eating it. You can get it in capsules too. Something about corn silk.
Corn silk.
T. Hawkins says, napkins are cheap. Don't share, LOL.
Bad,
just grabbed
sad
the
part
wrong
about it
one.
was a paper towel. I mean, golly.
Yeah, it just he sits beside Sam at the dinner table, and Sam had just I think he had just wiped his nose on it, and it's mostly Sam's fault because you would think civilized people, if you wipe your nose on a paper towel, you're not going to set it on the table.
What you need?
And that's what Joey grabbed. He thought it was his napkin.
What
so
you need, Mom?
it's both their faults.
What you need?
Okay, Steve says hello. It was on here, so he was commenting. It must not have showed it to me.
Yeah.
Just saying good evening and offering my condolences to your friend in their time of loss. Guess you missed the bad weather. The tag is JD John Deere Nut 58.
John Deere Nut 58.
That makes sense. Yeah, and we did miss the bad weather. I'm really, really grateful because we have had. When was it? Probably 10 years ago. We had some. I don't think it was a tornado. It was like, what do you call this? Gale
They called it
force?
straight line winds.
Straight line winds that completely destroyed our tractor shed and wood
Woodshed
shed.
and tore down half the other shed.
Yeah, and then it sent a limb through the windshield of our Jeep. It was bad, and so we had to completely get all of that rebuild. But again, looking back, it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it was. They come out smelling like a rose.
Yeah, because we got something so much better than we had, and paid it all by
And
for
that,
insurance.
I guess that's the catch-22 of the insurance is it really didn't matter the shape of the shed it blew away.
Mm-hmm.
If it was insured and you're building it back, they build it back.
Yeah, so basically it blew down the old materials and
Which was not that great of a shed.
Right, State Farm put up new materials. So.
Because, and there was a difference. I didn't take the value of the shed, like just, here's $5,000, don't talk to us no more. I said, no, I want to rebuild it, which that puts it in a total different category than just taking payment for it.
Sundowner said he cut that T-shirt down the side; it'll fit. Talking about Paul. Sundowner is so crazy. Cause you could.
Paul said he might cut the arms out of it.
Yeah, I could see Paul doing that. I could see him wearing that. Yeah, like you remember you said you could wear your overalls if you wore them, like some gentlemen we saw this weekend,
Yeah.
and it was just like the top one or two buttons wasn't fastened; they were just open. Just like I could wear mine too if I wear them like that. I'm like, these men.
I'm gonna wear me some one day.
T. Hawkins said, well, I'll be bringing napkins to Plow Day, LOL, along with my freshly refurbished 140.
Yeah, we're still. Oh, cool. He lives just right over here. We're still planning on having hot dogs.
Yeah. I know after this, everybody's going to bring their own napkin to use, like put it in their pocket.
Yeah, hot dogs, chips, Coca-Colas,
And we'll
sweet
have-
tea.
Yeah. Well, we'll have Cokes too, or just, oh, you said Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, sweet tea. Maybe a few Diet Cokes,
Yeah, I'll
Sprite.
make sure to have some diet for anybody who's diabetic or off sugar.
I want some Melly Yellows too.
Okay. And I'll get a few sweet stuff, like maybe from Sam's Club, some cookies or cupcakes, something. It'll be good. It'll be a good time. And he'll get Zach's chili, we'll make slaw, and of course onions and all that stuff.
And I think some of y'all guys ask me every now and then, somebody does. It may be Paul, I don't remember. But Brother Pat out of West Virginia is planning on coming.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And, I do have a soft spot for Brother Pat.
Yeah, well, he's got a new rig, but I'm not going to give it away what he's bringing.
Yeah, you'll have to come and see.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
What he's bringing is going to be neat.
It sounds awesome. Paul says need that full AC mode on overalls these hot days. That is AC mode.
You could do like that dude on the whiskey channel, the one that they make whiskey. He wears them overalls with no shirt on.
It just.
I don't see how it don't rub him right
it
there.
It makes me uncomfortable, like just denim straight on your skin like that. Just
Well,
like,
I don't mind that, but
oh,
not no thick overall.
yeah. And then you got the metal straps. I mean, don't they hurt your chest?
Well, his belly may be holding it off.
Will says in Pepsi.
Well, you bring your own Pepsi.
Bring your own Pepsi, Will, because
No, I don't know. We'll probably mix them up. We'll do that. I'm just
probably
playing,
get
guys.
a little bit of, variety.
I'm still bringing Mellow Yellow, though.
Stan says, and coffee. Yes, Stan, there will be coffee there, definitely. Because for the morning time, I like to have like little pastries or coffee, something for the early birds. And so I'll have the Keurig out there and plenty of K-Cups and creamer and sweetener.
And all y'all that have YouTube channels, film all you want to film. You don't you have to ask me. Just film all you want to.
Yeah. Timbo says, my sister lives 30 minutes down the road from me and lost 2 houses and cars. I was fussing about no leaves in my pool. Yeah. Things will be put into perspective for you sometimes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really will. Last week kind of reminded me and Leno of that.
Well, and even the mountain stuff reminded me of when y'all get on my nerves bringing your dirty feet into my house because it's been so wet.
Oh, yeah, and they had a mudslide go through their house.
There's literally inches of mud in their house.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of those buildings I seen, it's going to be better for them to just tear them completely down. The ones that could stand a chance to be refurbished would be your concrete brick buildings.
Formal Eric says, if we're able to make it, depending on how we're feeling, we were going to be bringing apple cinnamon muffins.
Woo!
Well, that's sweet.
I hope
Formal
you do.
Eric. But please, y'all don't have to bring anything but yourselves. And you don't have to have a tractor. I mean, we
I don't.
can't have everybody
I get
have
a lot
tractor.
I get a lot of people send me emails and say that they don't have a tractor and they wish they could come. And guys, it is really more for meet and greet than it is tractors. Tractors is a part of it, and it is called Plow Day. But I certainly wouldn't expect, nor could the field handle it if everybody had a tractor. The field just couldn't handle it. It's not but about 5 acres, and you get 10 140s out there with 2 bottom plows. That's 20 bottoms going across that field. So, it is a more of meet and greet too. Pull up a chair,
I'm trying to find
get a
my
drink, and sit down, watch tractors, and watch the ones that have to raise the plow because it stunted the 140.
Yeah, so again, you don't have to bring anything but yourselves. We will have the camper out there so that if you need to go inside for a little bit, whether it's hot or too cool for you, whatever. And so there's a bathroom in there, there's a sink to wash your
Yeah,
hands.
I haven't went the way of porta potties yet because
It's manageable still. With
it's been
the plows we
manageable.
have.
Yeah, I have to use enough of them at work. I really hate
Yeah,
going that
that's our
route.
last resort. But if we got one at Plow Day, it would be
It would
a
be
fresh one.
clean, yeah.
Yeah, and it would be used by such minimal amount
Yeah.
of people, so it's not like a construction site one. Let's see. Oh, T. Hawkins is coming from Emporia, Virginia, a good little ways away.
Okay.
And
There was a Hawkins I thought lived right over here in Cedar Grove.
yeah, it's not Tim Hawkins or T. Hawkins. I don't know if his name's Tim. I just
Yeah.
totally made that up. Because Tim Peden is above him. Tim says, Joey, I just left your area tonight. I don't know if he drives or,
Yeah. Well, I could have swore there was a Hawkins in Cedar Grove.
War Dog says, has the Plow Day date changed?
Yes,
Yes, changed. We're going to
October the 26th.
26, and hopefully that'll be enough time for things to dry out and fields get done up right. If it's going to be another rain issue on the 26th, then we will just cancel.
Yeah. 26 is going to be one, and it's our last great hope.
Yeah, because usually we don't plan on having a rain date, but this year we had so many
I just
people.
felt like, so many people wanted to come, and I said, Lena, we really, let me make a few phone calls. And I called a few of you guys and emailed a few of you guys and that I knew had tractors and were planning on coming. And it seemed to pretty much all but Brian. Brian had a deal scheduled on that weekend, which I don't I don't know if he can. Yeah, I guess he still can do that deal where he was going. So maybe he can. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I guess he can go in the way we did, 81.
Oh, yeah. But I thought he was going to the coast, not.
No, he's Gatlinburg, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think they had it that hard in Gatlinburg. I don't believe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I mean, I think it did flood some, but they were bounced back pretty quick.
Yeah.
J. Peel says, always prefer Dr. Pepper over Coke.
Leno does too.
Me too. I love Dr. Pepper. I had one. When did you get me one? Yesterday?
Dr. Pepper tastes like licorice.
I have not had Dr. Pepper in probably 3 or 4 weeks. And Zoe got me one yesterday, and it was the best Dr. Pepper. I was in the truck just sipping on it. I was like, oh, that's so good. It was just, and it was really cold too. Sundowner said, why she give you that look, Joey? I don't know. I don't know what I looked at you about.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know either. It happens so often, I don't know. It could have been something else. Sundowner says, check how strong it is on the label on the vinegar.
Oh, the acidity, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. T. Hawkins. LOL, I'm Troy. Because of my profession, I don't use my whole name on social media. All right, we'll keep you mysterious, T. Hawkins.
Yeah, T. Hawkins.
But we do hope you can make it from Virginia. And my parents lived in Virginia, like way up there almost near D.C., and that's like 6 hours away. So I get that. You think Virginia is the next state over, but you can drive quite a while in Virginia.
You can drive a long time in Tennessee.
Ooh, you're telling me. Timbo, no. He says November 5th is our last great hope. No.
Yeah, don't think
Oh, no, that's election day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, whatever happens, we'll be okay. Things are going to be okay.
Yeah, we'll be okay because we go to work and we tend to our business and we, a whole different mindset there.
Virginia Rochelle is on.
Hey, Virginia.
Says, hi guys, my husband and I would love to come. We watch your live shows all the time. Well, thank you for commenting, Miss
Her name's
Virginia. And
Virginia?
yeah, and we would love to have you.
Virginia, that was my mother's name.
Yep, called her Jean.
Yep.
Double J Farms Homestead says they, Lord willing, we will be there.
I hope so, guys. Bring one of them cows with you, too. I need me a cow.
And Paul says, Cheerwine is my blood type. I don't know if I'll have Cheerwine, Paul. I mean, I'll try to have Cheerwine there.
Yeah, Cheerwine's all right.
Because if they don't get drank up, the boys will drink them.
Yeah.
Sam, well, I should say
Paul
Sam.
said if they don't get drunk up, he'll put them in the truck.
Oh, yeah. I'll say, here, Paul, take your drinks. Speaking of Sam, I had spaghetti tonight. And he's 16, and let me tell y'all, I just had everybody make your own spaghetti. I don't know how much sauce you want on it. He made him a plate full of spaghetti and ate it while we were eating dinner. And then we were just sitting around chatting and talking. And then he shows up with a whole nother plate completely full and eats the whole thing. I'm like, how do you eat that much?
But
Don't it swell in your belly?
What did he tell you? What did he tell you when you looked at him? He said,
Sam.
He said,
yeah, I don't know his power. He's like, you don't know my power.
Yeah, he don't know my
In
power.
the voice, you don't know my power, Mom. You don't know my power.
He cooked them a heck of a dinner last night, though.
Yeah, I had to clean it all up today, too.
Oh, was it messy?
Oh, my gosh, he destroyed the kitchen.
It looked good on the plate.
Well, it didn't look good on the counter, on the stove,
Sammy made him some
on the floor.
sweet and sour for dinner last night. He took some of my streaked meat fat back, cooked it, and pancakes.
And somehow, out of all that, I've got 3 dirty cast iron, 3 in there I got to do.
Well, I'll do them.
And they're heavy, you just boil the
Yeah,
water
I'll
on
do them for you.
Especially the biggest one.
I will do them.
Albert Bell says Albert prefers Dr. Pepper too.
Albert Bell's a Dr. Pepper
I'll
man.
definitely have some Dr. Pepper Plow Day too. Oh, Sundowner says corn silk is for kidney stones.
Oh.
And you can get them in a capsule too.
I know one thing. I bet your preacher would have tried it.
Oh, he would have tried anything because he was miserable. He said.
Yeah, he was.
He said somebody told him it was comparable to childbirth, and he's like, I don't know how y'all do it. He's like, I got a whole new respect for you if it's comparable to childbirth.
Yeah, so's my cold right now.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm sure it's a little worse than childbirth.
It is.
I'm sorry.
But I'll make it through.
I know. I'm trying to be sympathetic to you. Virginia says, then she was an awesome lady. Ha,
She
ha.
was.
By the way, we're from Jackson, North Carolina.
Jackson, North Carolina.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
So that's near where?
We went through there.
Is that where the Army base is?
Yeah, we went through there either going from Emerald Isle to
Wilmington,
or maybe it was somewhere
in there. Yeah. Double J Farms Homestead says, if all goes well, we're going to bring y'all some homemade goodies.
Oh man.
Ah, that would be lovely.
He's got these Brahma
bulls.
Yeah. Sure does.
Maybe one day
Big old boys.
Maybe we could take a field trip there because I just like seeing those things in
Yeah,
person.
we're gonna come up there. If I go up there, he's gonna cook me them pork chops he did about a year ago on New Year's Day.
Avery says, I'll bring you a cow.
Avery's got cows. Oh, Avery, I wish I could. I wish I had a place for one, but I don't.
He says, I got a bunch. How many you need?
I'm a true believer, Avery, and when you get livestock, you need to be set up for it. Because I see people, man, they got like a horse behind their house in a 20 by 20 fenced off area. I mean, they don't, I want to say an acre of cow. Punky, did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
An acre,
yeah, you've told me
an
because
acre
every
of
time we
cow.
try to get some sort of livestock, you give us that speech, so we know.
That's ideal. Not everybody's got that, and probably very few have that. But
War Dog says, I'm excited to be there. I'm looking to bring my IH 1310 and 140. I hope it doesn't get rained out.
I feel good about it. I feel like we'll be okay. I do.
Um,
IH 1310. I have to look that up.
Philip Thompson says, "Hey guys, have you heard from Pat in West Virginia since the storm? Is he okay?"
I feel like he is. I mean, because we went.
You talked to him after the storm.
Was it after the
Yes.
storm? Yeah. Then he's good.
Yeah, he is good. Farmer Eric says, "I believe." I believe it. I think a gunshot wouldn't hurt as much as a kidney stone. Sorry, I lost my ability to read there for a minute. You know, like my brain's like. Mr. Gant says, "I'll be coming back from National Convention on the 26th. Is Sam going?"
No, Mr. Gann, I don't think so.
I don't know what National Convention is.
FFA.
Oh.
I was thinking that thing was in the spring of the year, but
Well, they haven't said anything about a trip, so I'm guessing they're not going.
yeah, I doubt it.
You know, there's such a small group. There's like 5 of them. But we did invite
Sam.
Miss Denny and the FFA group to Plow Day.
Yeah. So is the national convention like this month?
The 26th is what somebody says.
Possibly.
Yeah, but they're such a small
How
group.
can you be in the FFA and don't even know when the national
Because they
convention
don't go. They don't go. Our
We ain't
school.
been to a national convention since like 2015.
Yeah,
Boy.
the school isn't going to send them, and we don't have the funds to.
And the last time they went to
In
the
our
national
county.
convention, it wasn't because they was competing. They was just going to go.
Yeah.
Last time they went and competed.
And it may be somebody sponsored them and paid for the trip. Yeah. William A says, my late mother Judy, my late mother Judy, her 81st birthday is on 10/26.
10/26.
Yeah. And Joey's birthday is 10/16.
Yep.
Avery says, heads up, they're always getting out. Joey used to have cows too that would get out, and then at dinner time they'd want to come back in.
Avery, I had a cow. I had a couple of them that I would ride. I had one steer that he'd put up with me for about 3 seconds, and then he'd start bucking, and you'd go, hang on, boy, hang on. But I ain't had no rope to hang on to. I just had the skin on his back to hang on to. And they're hard to stay on too.
Oh yeah.
No, like the milk cow, I'd ride her, but she wouldn't try to buck anything. She'd just walk. And just her walking, the way they swing their hips, it was hard for her to stay on that
Yeah.
cow.
Because I remember that's how I was too. Lathman says, Joey, you getting stuck in the mud on your tractor would have been some good YouTube content.
I can't. Sammy sit there, guys, and you would not believe how bad that tractor sunk up. When it started, I was bush hogging. I started in that next little pass, and it just immediately went down. And I had the bush hog raised all the way up, and the bush hog was still on the ground. And obviously, I had it cut off by then. And I had to rock that thing back and forth, and the mud was watery soup around the tires. And so I rocked it back and forth for, I know, a good 2 minutes, and probably scraped more gears than what I needed to be scraping because I was going back and forth between first and reverse. Got it out, and I looked at Sammy, and I said, Sammy, did you get into that? No, I was watching you.
Well, he wanted to see that action with his own 2 eyes. He didn't want to watch it through.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm watching it.
Which I've done that too. When I film for you, I have caught myself like looking over the phone, listening to what you're saying, and then I'm like, ooh, I better make sure this is right. You know, so it's like my camera ability is not natural. Like I have to really concentrate.
On one of the backups, and I tried to go forward, and it wouldn't go forward, but just a pink. I almost gave up on it. I come real close. I was already wheels turning in my mind. Do I get to 300 or do I get to Super A to pull it out?
Yeah.
Because Sam was like, I thought I was going to have to go get your white truck. I said, I ain't putting my white truck in this mud, boy.
Virginia says, those kidney stones are horrible. No comparison to childbirth, LOL. I've had them and would rather give birth 3 times before I had another one.
Lord have mercy.
Prayers for your preacher.
Oh, he's got it out now. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, I think he passed one, then he had to have surgery for the other one.
Yeah.
And so it's taken care of, but hopefully he doesn't get any more.
Yeah, we just had some members that's had it too. And
yeah, Paul says, I know plenty who'd be willingly gone through childbirth multiple times. Never met anyone that said they'd be willing to get another kidney stone. Stan says, Joey, in South Dakota, the rule of them for the ranches west of the Missouri River was 200 acres per cow. Not like Florida for sure.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess they got the land to do it if they're grazing on 30,000 acres.
So. I mean, but how do you ever find your cows? I mean, that's crazy.
a lot of it's free range out there.
Oh, okay. Pecan Grove says, I've had so many kidney stones, I collect them like arrowheads.
Golly, Danny.
Make a necklace out of them.
No.
Be a man. Make a necklace out of your kidney stone. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Drill a
You
hole.
can't make a necklace out of your kidney stones. Don't talk to me about it. T. Hawkins says, the best way to keep a cow is in the freezer.
I agree with that, or keep them on a grill.
And Avery says, happy early birthday, Joey. My papa got it back in, and it comes right back out, the cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Joey Neal says, used to ride our hogs when I was a kid. Talk about a ride they would give you. Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
We had, Daddy used to have about 10 sows, and we had this boar called Lil John. Man, I'm telling you, Lil John was the longest hog I ever seen in my life, straight across the back. And I'm trying to think how cleanly I can say this. Lil John would marry him 10 wives in a week, and the least wife would have 10 or 12 pigs.
Yeah.
Lil John was the man.
He was the man. He took care of business.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the cleanest way I could say that.
He took care of business.
And it did not mess with his ammo, so to speak.
Let me find where it's at. Oh, Laura says, I have to rewatch. I'm at work. Yeah, Laura had to work tonight.
Oh, okay.
Instead of, she usually don't work on
But get off that phone
Monday
at work.
or Tuesday. I'm sure she's on a break.
She ain't on no break. Get off that phone.
J. Peel says, always confuses me because you say the month first and then the day. We do it the other way around. J. Peel, I know, because I've taken some UK payments for work, my work, and I have to really, figure out, decode the date for expiration dates and such. I'm like, what is this? I'm so confused. So, yeah, I know how it is over there. Avery says they look better in my stomach as a ribeye or a tenderloin.
Yeah.
And Sundowner says on the phone all the time and says, hey, Texas is 880 miles.
I'm gonna try
Virginia is not but 318.
I'm gonna try to take Leno to Texas one day.
I don't know. I keep changing my mind on that. I mean, sometimes I want to do it, and other times I don't. I don't know. I'll have to just wait and see. Look at your cat. Look at him.
Oh, I see him.
Ridiculous. He just
Toss his glass over
he
on
just
his...
thinks he's like second in command around here, and he can just do whatever he wants. The cat's laying down here on his back with his toes stretched out, just living the life. Yeah, Timbo said stud pig.
Yeah, he was. He really was, Timbo.
And Avery said my papa used to have a 140 because he raised tobacco. He said he wishes he would have kept it.
Yeah, my
that's
daddy.
My
daddy had a 140 when I was. Oh gosh, I had to be 5, 6, 7 years old, and something was wrong with it. I can't even begin to even dream on what might have been wrong with it. I just know it sat in the shed from the time I had memories and the time somebody sold it, or till he sold it. And golly, I wish he'd kept that thing because I'm sure I could have fixed it now. But you know, you're older. But,
Laura says supper break, LOL.
oh.
Has the cotton started opening yet? That's what
I
Tony
don't
was-
know. I'm gonna try to look at that. That'd be something
I don't think so.
we're gonna start. Well, there's some cotton opening up in Tennessee.
Oh, in the field. I thought you meant our porch one.
No, no, the field. Um, that's something we're gonna check on because we'll go look at that, and I want to do some oil change and stuff, and just different things on the video. So that will be on the video coming because I do need to mow up there again, so I can do it while I'm mowing.
I have one cotton plant up front.
Sammy
so
raised it in a mason jar.
So I feel like I'm an expert at
Cotton.
looking at it because I watch it all the time to see what it's doing, and it's just so big and the little like this.
And I could be wrong, but I think cotton farmers spray it with something to promote it opening up quicker.
Okay.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, guys,
Something
but
that probably dries it out.
I thought they sprayed it with something to defoliate I don't know. I could be wrong. Make it open up quicker. Kind of like we used to spray tobacco and make it ripen.
Avery says, I need the rain to stop so we can cut some hay. I love running as many of the tractors and equipment as I can. My favorite is the riding on the New Holland stack cruiser. And I finally started moving some tractors down the road by myself. Again, be very careful, Avery.
A New Holland stack cruiser, that may be one of them truck deals that runs around the field and puts it up in there automatically.
Probably so. But look, we got to go. I got to finish your chicken salad.
I know. What time is it?
9:13. We're 13 minutes over.
13 minutes over.
Yes.
Lee, no. All right, we're going to go. Guys, thank y'all. We're going to get back in the swing of things and looking forward to everything. Looking forward to making y'all some videos.
Oh, hold on.
Is that anything there?
Yeah, Virginia, have you guys given address for Plow Day? We know about where you guys are.
Virginia, in the videos, probably the last 10 videos I've put out, and even this video here has a link to it because there is no address, because it's just a little road that cuts into the field. It's a nice road, but it's no address road. But there's a Google link in the description of this video and prior videos, and it's easy to find. When you on the video, just hit more.
Oh yeah,
and it'll be listed right there.
real quick. Everybody's saying something at the end.
That's okay.
Yeah, sundowner. Yeah, that's how we clean them. Stainless steel pad. All you need is clean cast iron, then heat up and put the grease back on it. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Avery said, "See y'all. It was a great live. Thank you, Avery, for
Thank
joining
you,
us."
Avery.
Welsh Farm says, "Leno, he needs to pay you overtime."
I know.
Look, I don't get regular time, okay? Much less overtime. Orber says, "Good old MH30, if I remember correctly, would make tobacco ripen."
Oh yeah,
MH30.
it does it slowly. MH30, in my opinion, it would kill the suckers, but it slowly killed the plant too. That's just what I think. But anyway.
Jacob Gant says, "I was really looking forward to going to Plow Day this weekend, but I'm going to try to help out some folks in the mountains this weekend. I hate I'm going to miss out on Plow Day on the 26th.
Oh, Jacob.
We'll miss you, Jacob, but I appreciate you being willing to help others."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Roger says, "Watch the debate tonight." It's probably on right now.
Yeah, Jacob, what you're going to do is be more important than my plow day anyway.
And Lathman says, "Good night. Looking forward to seeing you again. God bless."
God bless you.
All right, good night,
and we'll end it
everybody.
on that. God bless you. God certainly loves you. We'll see you guys. Thank y'all. Leno, he's just sitting there